shortly, and the question's about how THC impacts the perception of time. And what's Shelley going to do?
I'll be right back.
Well, that's good. Frito, I'm about, what am I, like a quarter way in? Yeah, good fun. So I just want, like, there was a little diagram that was really helpful. Yeah, this one. Toke Helm. Welcome in. Thank you for chiming in. So what we were debating was here. So presentism or eternalism. So the top is showing us that time exists as a slice in the present, and then eternalism is showing us that time sits in a box, or that time is a box, and that all things that came before and all things that will happen are essentially already in existence to some degree. Greetings and salutations. Good to have you on board. So that's the current topic. And then just to complicate things a little bit further, the high noon, and this it genuinely like stopped and made me think. So this is from the New Yorker here. So we have a cowboy smoking a joint, and the title is Very High Noon, and he's like, whoa, how did that happen? And he's looking at the clock, which is like 20 past 3. But the author asks, if you smoke weed and time goes really slow, then shouldn't the clock be before noon? Think about it. And it's actually maybe that THC speeds up the internal clock of the brain. And that seems slow, but you're going inside, you're going faster relative to external time. Well, Munchkin, how do you know? Maybe it's afternoon. Time is a construct invented by the Swiss. Indeed, it could very well be. On a related note, they were talking about setting a time zone for the moon or Mars. Like, how do we manage that? Because at the moment, mission times into outer space are determined by the country that sent the mission. Makes me want to listen to some psytrance. So Tokelm thinks, okay, so it's an immediate an instance, and nothing apart. Can only be in the now. See, and so I've got to thinking that it's not unwritten. So yeah, like I was saying, the B theory or that like eternalist view, because okay, picking up this knife, right, or Ganja Queen raiding. They raided, and I picked up this knife. We can all agree that happened. And it couldn't have not happened because it did. So it was always going to happen, right? What if I did this? Because it happened, it could never have not have happened. Black holes, yeah, indeed. So the speed at which we move will render time moving at a different speed. Yes. And so does that suggest then perhaps that time is not as like static in a way, like ironically as static as we think. See, I told you guys, you would be you're the right audience for this kind of question. Speaking of time, dinner time. Our soup is almost ready to be wazzed. Going to turn on the oven. I'm familiar in the sense that I'm aware of it. I'm not a dream scientist, but what I can tell you is that I had not a lucid dream, but definitely a dream about a T-Rex chasing me last week, and that felt like it went on for a very long time. I cannot believe that I'm like when did Jurassic Park come out? 93. And then it's 2023, and I'm still dreaming about T-Rexes chasing me. And my watch told me that was only like a 10-minute dream, or roughly. Deep Blue Sea had a great theory of time relativity. Holding a hot pan for a few seconds feels like hours, but yeah, like so. And that's what one of the arguments they make in this book is, like, you feel time differently depending on what's going on. So like waiting for a bus or waiting for a delayed flight to a holiday. So say you wait 5 hours for a delayed plane, and then you have a holiday for a week. At the time that you're waiting for the plane, it feels like it takes forever, and then the holiday feels like it goes by really quickly. But then later on, when you're looking back at it, you remember and recount much more of the holiday than you do waiting for the plane. You still know that you waited for the plane and that was annoying, but it doesn't feel like your 5 hours took 10 hours, and your 1 week of having fun, it doesn't match up later on when you think back on it. Well, in that case, Toke, I've never lucid dreamed. I mean, I run away from the T-Rex, but it seems to be like the only thing that I do. All right. So while you think on that, let's. Okay, we're gonna get a roasting pan out. No, never in my life. Salt. Pepper. Olive oil, and we're going to need to get some garlic in this as well. Get rid of these. I'm going to turn this way down. In fact, I'm going to turn the heat off. And it's so we'll taste it now, but because we're going to blend the the sweet potato, it's really going to change the flavor profile, but we'll just get an indication. Yeah, you get a bit of the chili coming through. Actually, quite a lot of it. Pepper, and now the ginger, and then a bit of the curry. I like that. Okay. When we blend it, it's going to be a lot sweeter. So we're probably going to have to add some salt, maybe even a bit more stock powder. But so far, so good. Garlic. The problem with T-Rexes general is that they can get up, they can move quite quickly, but they take a while to get up to speed, and that makes them the perfect thing to be running away from in a dream. Because as a human, you've got time. You can sprint and dash much faster than they can. So you can get away and go in a different direction or hide somewhere, and it has to take time to get there, which is exactly what you don't want in a dream. These are all this garlic from the garden. Just FYI. Yeah, exactly. A plank or 15-minute ride on the bike or whatever. It's like, oh man, this feels like forever. Panda, hello there. Good to see you. How's life in the dumpling hut? We're just talking about nightmares and whether or not time exists. So, welcome on in. Where do you when was the last time you had a nightmare, Panda? We're doing some river cottage cooking tonight. Been very busy, I would imagine so. That doesn't surprise me at all. But I hope it is going well. Ben had a nightmare 4 days ago. Wolfie, we base time on how long it takes the Earth to rotate around. Well, indeed, and so they've done tests with this where they simulate different day-night cycles. Prior to space flight and all the rest of it, they were doing these kinds of tests. Actually, some pretty horrible tests in the 50s, 60s, and 70s on mice. But it turns out, apparently, I'm not a time scientist, but the circadian rhythm is based on a protein release and uptake of certain, I don't know what, but the body has potentially has a built-in thing, and it's kind of like chemistry that determines it. So it's not necessary. It's obviously going to be bound to the Earth day-night cycle because that's how we've evolved. But it's not necessarily pinned to the availability of the light. Time is not real. I'm sure it doesn't feel that way sometimes, Panda. We're going to get this into a very hot oven, 210 degrees, and we're just going to roast it up. This is sweet potato, pumpkin, and potato and garlic from the garden. So Jaro, welcome in. Welcome in. 2 raids in a very short period of time. Now here is a new set of people that I'm unfamiliar with. Thank you very much for the raid. Absolutely appreciate it. Final Fantasy Remake. Wolfie beats me to the shout out. Welcome in, guys. Good to see you here. And now Joe has resubscribed for 1 month. It is happening. Thank you very much, Joe. The generosity and the attention this evening is it's not normally what we get around here. Joe, you've just finished the Final Fantasy Remake, haven't you? Something else just happened. Hang on. Whoa! So Yarrow, yes, we are. we're cooking from the River Cottage Veg Everyday book. We're talking about concepts of time and nightmares. When was the last time you had a nightmare? That is what I would like to know. Just 2 years ago? Doesn't seem that long. See what I did about the time? TK455. Sounds like a Star Wars reference. Welcome in. What did you guys have for dinner this evening? We're about halfway through, I think. Making a soup and a frittata. Time flies when you're watching Joe. Was it a T-Rex themed nightmare? Because that's the nightmare that I had last week. And we were remarking on how impressive it is that Jurassic Park still manages to keep on giving. Alright. How's the stream, Joe? I was lurking in there for a little bit this afternoon. Eggs. Fresh from the garden. Today. Yeah. Oh no. Oh, that must have been yesterday then. Your night is my day. Yeah. Parmesan. And I saw the follow on Twitter, but I do warn you that I don't check it very often. Whoa. Are all the new folk, are you all gamers or do you cook as well? Parmesan from a block, do it if you can. It makes a difference. Yep, has Jazz indeed. Good to see you. We're making a curried sweet potato soup and a root veg frittata, if you can believe it. What's your favorite cuisine there, Ciaro? Damn right you do, Has Jazz. You don't have a choice. I'll leave that out for the moment. Okay. That is up. We're looking good. So roasting them. We may even have to go out to the garden. That's how I cook. That's how I cook every night. We've got time. Let me just see. It's getting a bit thin on the ground out there though, guys. This season has not been amazing. Alright. Let's go for a quick trip. I want thyme, I want parsley. We'll see if there's any basil or sage as well. Panda's with it, and if you want to see some fine Chinese cooking, go and check out. Well, Panda's put a heap of photos in Discord. And I always feel embarrassed when I make dumplings when he's around. So let's go find some herbs. Drop the camera. And Joe is going to, he's going to be doing some, wait, something else is happening. Thank you for the follow, Sayara. I'm not sure if the J is a Y, but that's what I'm saying. He'll roast you like a Peking duck, Joe. That's what he's going to be doing. All right, out to the garden. Yeah. So it's autumn where we are. And we have chickens. Hello. That upside down pan is me making sure the white-tailed spider didn't bite Sooty on the nose. These were the candidates for tonight, but I already had some pumpkins, so I didn't bother. Where am I going? I think we'll take a little bit of bay. Always good for a soup. And then the thyme, which is being overwhelmed at the moment by the weeds. You almost can't see it. And there's behind the scenes view of where we do the fire streams, for those who are interested. Rosemary, and then oregano. Flowers are done. I keep the flowers on until now, because the bees really like them. And then the sage has pretty much had it. It's not a good showing this evening, I have to say. Hello. Want to say hello to the internet? Hello. So you see how she looks quite scrappy. She's just finished molting compared to Violet here. Hello. You're going to pat. You're going to submission. That's good. That's good for a bird. Good for chicken. That's good, isn't it? You say hello to the internet. Thank you for your time. You can go now. You're just going to stay there. Okay. I like a bit of a switch. More. Off you go. Yeah, so garden winding down for the season, unfortunately. Here they come. 1, 2. This is my strawberry patch, by the way, down there. Chicken goes through cat flap. 2, 3. I'm gonna go see your friends. No? And this is where the chaos happens. Oh no. You guys want to come out? You've already made a mess. Come on. Out, please. Out you come. No cat food here. Come along. Hey. Out. Thank you. What's this? No. Okay. No. Everybody goes out. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Dang birds. Oh, she's coming back. Yeah, so that's the chickens. Sup, Zoidenberger? Congratulations on your new record low score. Wow, that is really low. Thank you. Oh, they're already gone. I'm going to wash my hands because I've been patting chickens. What's on the menu at Zoiden HQ? Have you been in the Minecraft server? I've spent a bit of time there earlier on this morning. Digging for iron. And not finding much. Found a bunch of lapis lazuli, which was good. But very little else. Oh, no, I thought you meant actual Mickey Dizzle. Then I thought to myself, what does that even mean? Yeah, look. I don't know if I said last week, I had McDonald's for the first time in a very, very long time, and I just felt terrible. Like it just made me feel ill. I think you sort of got to get used to it. No, it was not doing it for me. That's what you need, Joe. That's anytime there's a cat about, that's where you get the views on the stream. Yeah, it may very well be the last time I do Mickey D's. I just felt so, like, apart from, like, really sluggish afterwards as well. I don't know if that, I mean, I'm not saying that's what's happening to you. I'm just saying, I'm just not used to it. Oh, it does. Okay, well, that's sad. Yeah, what about a homemade chicken burger? What about a Zoidenberger? Did you ever consider that? I'm not hearing a no. Yeah, well, that's the trick with the cats or any of the animals. They don't really conform to. You know, they don't really understand what camera presence is all about. How will they go with the move? Are they totally? I think you'd mentioned actually they're totally indoors because of the cat catcher, the pound, maybe. Would have been a while ago that we talked about this. They don't play by any rules, not even their own. So, oregano. And then this is going to go on, we'll do the sage as well. You know what? Oh, thrips. You can go away. That sounds like a mission. I was saying at the beginning of the stream, our next door neighbours have just got a new dog and it has just been screaming for the past week, just non-stop. They're trying to, get it used to not being in the house or whatever. And like, so I know them, and they know animals, and so there's a good example of, you know, like living in the city. They're obviously not doing it through like neglect, and there's clearly a plan. So you know, I haven't gone over there. You know, I'll give them another couple of weeks. I'm sure the first thing he'll say when I see him, like just like out at the front or whatever, will be, you know, sorry about the damn dog. Yeah, and that's fine. Like I was saying, Jazz, it's different when the owners don't understand or don't care. Yeah, well, that's interesting because next door they have a big, and I don't know dog breeds. They have a mature dog that is incredibly well behaved, and so this is must be. It sounds really small. I haven't seen it, but I don't know what the interaction is. But yeah, it's pretty annoying. Because they just don't seem to get it, dogs. Like, it's like, hey, there's no, like, the world's not ending, is it? It's a nice day, you know? You know everyone's just around the corner or in here. You've had food. Let's just take a moment and not scream incessantly. That's what I would do if I was a dog. But they're like, no. The best decision here is to just scream like I've been caught in a bear trap for hours on end. Genius. I'll bait some sense into these eggs. That's what I'll do. One more. What is that, 5? Yeah, we'll do one more. Yeah, I just wish they weren't so stupid. That's my main complaint. But apart from that, they're fine. Well, also just pooping anywhere. Like they're at chicken level for that, so that's another tick in the no box, I gotta say. Oh, it's not looking good for dogs. I'll take your recipe and I'll consider its merits. Salt, pepper. Because the last recipe we did, lasagna, was the ChatGPT one where it was making us cook the noodles in a pan. That was a bit of a complication. Yeah, high quality ingredients. And not many of them. Where do you go on your bechamel? Like, you know, I mean, we're talking nutmeg. Are we talking infusing it with onion, celery? Do we get some nutmeg in there? That's what I'd like to know. That's what they all say. Actually, I don't know if they do. Soup to nuts. Now this is a new American term. It's like, I know, like mid to south. Soup to nuts. It's like, what the hell are you talking about? Yeah, making the pasta. It's been a while since I've broken out the old pasta machine. All right, hit me. How about this? You give me your breakdown. It doesn't have to be a specific recipe, but I'll try and do a Joe-style lasagna. if you're up for that kind of thing. These Americans. What am I doing? Soup to nuts. It means it's kind of like from top to bottom, or from tail to toe, or it's an Australian term. It means everything. The reason why I didn't understand it originally is because like nuts is kind of a weird, like it's not normally what we would like have at the end. All right, let's waz this. And then we will go, actually, we might go BRB now. We have a new retro video for you. And we'll see what Shelley's plans are. Well, hope it wasn't for nothing. Suppose we'll be the judge of it. How about this? And if you know, as you move into your new place, we could do like an Iron Chef kind of bake-off. I'm not entirely sure how we would judge it, or how the people would judge it. But yeah, I have yet to do a co-cooking stream with someone, and I would very much like to. We'll go BRB briefly. When we return, we will puree the soup and get the frittata. Is not going to take very long. We're pre-cooking the root veg now. Yeah, it would be good fun. It would be good fun. I don't know how well it would work live, but just like a good technical challenge as well. All right, we will return momentarily and wrap this up. Stay tuned.
It's early in the morning before this large supermarket opens for customers. I'm the manager of the supermarket. And this is my son, Johnny. This morning, I'm going to show Johnny what goes on behind the scenes here. A supermarket is like many little markets or departments, all brought together into one big building. Each department sells a different kind of food. One of my jobs, I tell Johnny, is to see that the market has plenty of food to sell. I must also see that all the people who work in the market know what to do, and that they do their jobs well. My first job in the morning is to open the door to the rear loading platform where deliveries to the market are made. Watch this truck backing in, Johnny. It's bringing some of the food the market will sell. Here's a man unloading vegetables and fruit from a vegetable or produce truck. The vegetables and fruit are taken to a storage room in the back of the market. Here they are cleaned. It takes a great deal of work to prepare the vegetables, so they will be clean enough to sell to customers. From the inside of this truck, a roller track carries cartons of canned and paper goods into the market. A moving belt inside the building carries the cartons to a second-floor storage room. Here, they are taken off the belt and stacked on storage shelves until needed. Johnny watches boxes of frozen food being unloaded from a refrigerated truck. One of my helpers explains that a refrigerated truck is like a large icebox on wheels. This is the market's frozen food locker. Frozen food from the truck is put inside this locker room to be kept frozen until it is needed for customers. This truck is refrigerated too. In it, big pieces of meat are brought to the market. The meat is hung on hooks from an overhead slide, so it can be easily moved. The meat is pushed into a refrigerated room to be kept cold and fresh until it is ready to be cut up for sale. Mr. Dale, my meat department manager, shows us the meat he is going to cut today. In the meat cutting room, the meat is cut to prepare it for sale. This meat has been ground into hamburger. The cut and ground meat travels on rollers to the packaging and weighing room. In this room, packages of meat are made ready for selling. Since food must be kept very clean, the packages are carefully wrapped and labeled. They are covered with cellophane and then sealed with a hot iron. Each package is weighed, and the weight and price are marked on the label. Finally, the wrapped meat is ready to be put into a refrigerated display case in the front of the market. From it, customers may choose what they want. This case keeps the meat cold and fresh until it is ready to be taken home. The vegetables are taken from their storage room as they are needed and attractively arranged in the display cases in front of the market. Many different kinds of vegetables, and fruit too, are displayed. This chute carries cartons of canned and paper goods from their upstairs storage room to the market's main floor. Cans of food are put on the shelves. The price is stamped on each can, so the customers and the cashiers at the checkout stands will know how much each costs. The packages of frozen food are also placed in a refrigerated display case. Many different kinds of frozen foods are offered for sale. Meanwhile, I check on some signs needed for tomorrow's sale. I tell my sign maker what the sale price will be. The signs will be used in the windows of the market. Back in my office, Johnny sees some of the other work necessary to help run the market. This is my secretary. She's working on the sales record of yesterday's business. I must know how much food was sold the day before, so I can order more if it is needed. This is my bookkeeper. She's adding up some bills for me to pay. Now, Johnny, how would you like to open the market? Just push this buzzer. The doors are open. Here come the customers. One of the first customers to come in this morning is Johnny's mother. She's come to do her shopping and to pick up Johnny while I go back to work. As they shop, Johnny tells his mother what he's learned about the supermarket. How the big trucks come every day, bringing different kinds of food to the back loading platform. How the cartons of food are unloaded from the trucks and moved to the storage rooms. How the vegetables are cleaned. How the meat is cut and wrapped to keep it clean. How the clerks put the food in the display cases and arrange it on the shelves. What the office workers do. And some of the things I must do before the customers arrive. Johnny and his mother have completed and paid for their...
We have returned. That video goes for quite a while. Oh, Soddy! Oh, Soddy! You want to say hello to the internet? Soddy, you sing for your supper. So, say hello to Soddy. Alright. We'll give you a bit of food, I suppose. Rage. Manufactured tension is a key component in compelling television, I read. There you go, so have some tuna. Ew, got tuna on my finger. Yeah, I don't think they make supermarkets like that anymore. He is cute, but he can be annoying. I'll tell you that much for free. Alright. Just like all the reality TV shows. It's like when you sort of work out that the Japanese Iron Chef is a comedy. It makes it even more entertaining. So we're roasting these and we're going to be doing the frit. Watch out. So. Man, it just smells. Grow your own garlic if you can. Well, actually, most of you would be able to. Yeah, Joe, will you have a garden in your new place? Or at least, you know, at least a little bit of space. I'm afraid that's all I got on the ratings front. Garden and compost space, excellent. Oh yes, we've all been enjoying watching Wolfie's the chilies that turned out to be tomatoes, but now the capsicums are looking really good, or as they say in America, bell pepper. Not happening, sir. You can have a biscuit. You can have a biscuit, but that's it. Kind of looks like it's going to rain. Yeah. Oh man. And I reckon one of the things you should do is eat one like as soon as you put within an hour or so of when you pull it off the plant, because yeah, the flavor of everything changes immediately starts to change immediately once you cut it off the plant. The spices, the sugars, the fruit gets a signal that it's been detached, and immediately it starts to change. Yeah, exciting. All right, well, actually, going back to what we were saying earlier, Wolfie, the food processor / blender, we're going to use the blender to wazz up the soup. Oh, I just wish I had power closer. I would imagine it's going to be quite sweet. You lost your blender. Oh. I'll fish out the herbs as much as I can. It doesn't really matter that much. Yes. No, Dottie. No chickens now. She's coming through. Hey, it's not for you. You stay in the garden. Got the power and the passion. Jacob's not in here tonight, but there's some midnight oils for you. Good question. I'm not sure if there is one. I mean, for the rest of the year, really, we're going to be here. You know, we'll do some weekends away, but we're not planning anything big. PAX is on. You know, that would be like a 4-day trip for us down your way. Yeah, autumn before it gets cold. Oh man, yeah, and you can come in. Yeah, get your damn house built, Zoidenberger. Zoidenberger's house can be the Cooking with Buzzmoo hotel. We'll do a bed and breakfast actually. When it's PAX October, I'm going to say. So before that, like, yeah, we're not really going anywhere or doing anything that I've planned. One moment. Yeah, that's right. We were gonna set a like a fire in Zoidenberger's unfinished lounge room. That looks promising. I've done worse, Wolfie. Ah, that's really good. Interesting. Now, bearing... Whoa! So this is a... Oh, wow. Okay, I like this. We're going to be adding, for some reason, coconut milk to this and coriander. I like that. I like that a lot. In fact, I'm not even going to change. I'll wazz it a moment more. But yeah, so it's probably more the days. I suppose with your new work, because Shelley works like all the time. Like Friday, Saturday, Monday, like a Monday and a Tuesday would probably work as well. I can't remember, like, I mean, apart from some random curries that I've done in the past. But yeah, so we've got a big, like, inflatable, like, quite a nice inflatable bed that Shelley's parents have stayed in the lounge room. We just moved the coffee table and you could live in there. And then, yeah, we could do like, yeah, well, live stream. So did you say, when was the last time you'd been to Canberra? Wolfie in the farmhouse, get the full experience. Just as to whether or not you would want to go to some of the, you know, landmarks. You've never been to Canberra, what the hell? Okay. Well, so okay. You can stay next in the garage. He's loving it in there. He's looking really, really well. It's a big place, which I should turn into like a guest house. That's fantastic. And then Zoidenboygen can drive us around in the evenings after I've had too much wine. Good idea by me. Okay, let's get that. Oh, I missed the thing. Don't Yeah, well, no, and that's part of the gag, Joe. The Americans, they don't really understand the finer details of social interactions. The only month you can't do is April, but there's baby. April, May. May would work. Because it wouldn't be. Oh, you're from Melbourne. You like whether it's cold or not. We sort of don't have a. Doesn't really matter. I'm gonna rinse it actually with the coconut milk. Oh, I think so. Well, what about Zoidenberger? If Wolfie comes up, we could do a. You could be involved in a. I could expand it, and we could do where we normally do the Christmas streams, or a barbecue stream. We could easily accommodate like 4 people. Damn right it's the point, Joe. How much am I supposed to do here? Oh, sorry, no. 400 mils. How much is this? It's not 400. Do the whole lot. Okay. Spoon. Yes, this is promising. But when do you want to line up if you want Joe, a call, or how do you want to do it? Gonna put you outside, Sody. I'll do it. Oh, lollipops! Lollipops has returned from the mines. Listen to this guy. No, not happening at all. You can go at the front. You going out, so you do some laps. Huh? Out you go. Oh, heavy. Lollipops has joined us on the Minecraft server, and we're glad for it. Lollipops has been around. I'm not so, with the Discord, I didn't. And initially, I was pretty resistant to the idea, but it turns out we've got a good little thing going on in there, and I also use it for talking to other friends as I sort of desperately try and reduce the amount of apps to talk to everyone. Wolfie could meet Wally.